Castillo comes jumping out of his corner to meet Diaz in the center of the ring. Round 4 scheduled for 12 for the WBC Lightweight Championship. Jose Luis Castillo got a lot of confidence from sparring with legendary 3-time world champion Julio Cesar Chavez. He was able to get his hands on Chavez while others couldn't.
Break! Step back! Step back!
Confidence.
Speaking of sparring, Americo Santos, a very good 19-year-old fighter, sparred with Julio Diaz. He actually studied tapes of Castillo so that he could emulate his style, and they thought that they had it down in training. But of course, as Julio is finding out, the real Castillo is pretty tough. Just a jab from Julio Diaz. He needs to land that punch more as he goes on here to break up the rhythm of Castillo as he comes in.
Step back, step back, step back. All right,
nobody wants to stop punching.
When I said break, time. Yep. When I said break, I mean break. Step out there. That's a headbutt. Go to the corner. Time. Accidental butt. This guy, accidental butt. Watch your head. Watch your head.
So an accidental headbutt, and he's pointing the finger at Castillo.
I think it's caused a little abrasion on the left eye of Julio Diaz. He was blinking his left eye, and I think that's why Richard Steele stopped the action to make the point. If there is a cut that develops, it would be from a clash of heads. Okay, so very clear is Richard Steele not taking a point away, but just giving him a warning. Well, he wants the judges to know.
The judges, right.
Diaz now leaping in with that left hook. That is not a good strategy against Castillo.
And just as a reminder to the fans, Al, if a fight is stopped by an accidental headbutt before the end of the 4th round, and we're in the 4th round, the fight's ruled a no decision. After the end of the 4th round, the end of the round, keep in mind, they go to the scorecard.
Now Castillo on the inside, and he's going to work there. Diaz has actually kept him on the outside for the most part during this fight, but now he is getting on the inside and working well.
Stop holding him.
There's a little cut. Yeah, there's blood coming from the left eye.
Outside the left eye of Diaz. Looking closely to see if it's getting into the eye. I don't think so.
Good counter punching by Diaz and a good left hook to the body.
Diaz to the body and over the top. Scraping cut. The blood is outside the left eye of Diaz. Doesn't seem to be hindering him in any way. Well, Castillo just gave Diaz a look as if to say, I know what you're doing. Then an overhand right that tags Diaz.
Don't worry. Me estás amarrando, Julio.
Julio, come on. You're slowing down. You're slowing down.
Let's take a listen to Richard Steele and how he handled that situation a moment ago.
Break, step back, step back, step back. All right, hey. All right, when I said break, time. When I said break, I mean break. Step out there. That's a headbutt. Go to the corner. Time. Accidental butt. This guy, accidental butt.
This guy referring to Castillo.
That's great referee. Very precise, very clear, and lets everybody know exactly what's happening. And of course, if this fight was stopped because of that cut, they would go to the scorecards, though, because we've passed the 4-round period.
And remember, whoever wins this fight, universally acclaimed as the best lightweight in the world. Of course, Diego Corrales has his own thoughts on the matter. He hasn't fought in quite a while, since August, when he beat Marcelino Freitas. And whoever wins this fight, the winner will emerge to take on Corrales May 7th here on Showtime.
Steady pressure from Jose Luis Castillo.
Great shots by Castillo right on the head of Diaz.
Julio Diaz is counterpunching and is trying to use the jab and the straight right hand, but it hasn't been as effective as he would like.
2 out of 3 in press row have Castillo ahead. Robert Morales has Diaz ahead by a point from the LA Daily News.
And I have it 39-37 for Jose Luis Castillo. There's a jab straight right hand by Diaz. It doesn't land, but Castillo's, or by Diaz, but Castillo's left hook does, and that's kind of this fight in microcosm, that 20 seconds.
Yeah, Castillo snuck in that left hook at the last second, and it caught the kid's attention.
Break.
The kid with 2 Ds.
Tying up and holding.
And 1 more D for extra credit, extra spunk.
You know, they have a common opponent, Javier Jauregui, and interestingly, Jauregui beat Castillo twice, knocked him out TKO in 10th round twice back in 94, 96, and then that's the same man that Julio Diaz beat to win the title, but he did it just last year. So some time, or 2002, I guess, some time went by certainly, and it wasn't the same Jauregui. It was in last year, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the win by Diaz over Courtney Burton, very impressive win, made him the #1 IBF contender and set up the title fight with Javier Jauregui, which Diaz won by majority decision, although most thought Diaz won it convincingly. But instead of defending against the mandatory Levander Johnson, for less money, he gave up the belt to fight Castillo. And now Diaz from southpaw. Look out.
The way this fight is going, the way it's evolving isn't favorable to Julio Diaz. He's not doing enough work from the outside, and Castillo's able to get in and do some damage. Nice hook by Diaz from the left-handed stance again.
And Castillo, who's 6-7 years older than Diaz, looks the fresher of the 2 here. Diaz bloodied, getting knocked around, and at the bell, another good poke with the right hand by Castillo.
Castillo able to put some punches together in the last round. The straight right and then the jab. That's an odd combination, but it landed for Castillo. From another angle, straight right, and then he comes with a kind of a half hook, half jab. Castillo with relentless pressure. There's the left hook. Now it was countered by Diaz, but the left hook from Castillo certainly got there with more impact. Really, Castillo shouldn't be able to land those hooks from outside.
Come on. Be alive out there. Be alive. Let's go, son. You can do it. Come on. Right.
Round 6 scheduled for 12 for the WBC Lightweight Championship. The ultra-experienced Jose Luis Castillo wearing the royal blue. Julio Diaz, the kid, just 25 years old, in the navy blue. Castillo on the right of your screen, Diaz the left. You know, the trunks look very similar.
You know, that last 25 seconds is exactly what Diaz would like to see happen through this whole fight. He threw some nice combinations, gave just enough lateral movement so that Castillo couldn't get to him. And in a short burst, that was how he'd like the rest of this fight to go.
Diaz working out of the southpaw stance, dodging a left hook bullet a second ago. There's the jab by Castillo. And a low.
Somebody keep it up front. Keep it up front.
Low blows. If you're just joining us, no knockdowns. One warning towards Castillo for headbutting.
Don't hold him. Don't push.
And Richard Steele once again getting involved. Steele in his 144th championship fight. Referee since 1976, involved in a lot of controversial fights. They're still talking about Chavez Taylor. Tyson Ruddock won, you might recall. Controversy there.
Now that time, Diaz got the better of the exchange of hooks, and this has been a fairly good round for Julio Diaz. Whether he's won it remains to be seen, but you see him land the uppercut. He's been a little sharper with his punches. He's boxed a little bit more against Castillo. This might be a round that some of the judges might be inclined to give him, even with the pressure of Castillo.
Getting a little messy now. Castillo gave Diaz a little look earlier, as if to say, I've got you figured out, kid. We'll see.
Diaz much more active in this round, much more active. His punches are a little more accurate. He's throwing combinations, which he didn't before. He's moving more. Look how he made Castillo miss during that sequence.
Pull your hands back.
This is probably a very heartening round for Julio Diaz.
Break, step back.
As we head to the bell, round 6 in this World Championship fight.
Time.
Well, while the boxing world wonders where's the next great heavyweight coming from, the lightweights are stealing the thunder, Al.
These fighters in the lightweight and super lightweight or junior welterweight division, I don't remember a time when you could look down a list in 2 weight divisions and see so many excellent fighters. Every one of those, including the newcomers like Miguel Cotto, Vivian Harris, who doesn't have a great name but certainly is excellent, and maybe the standard bearer in terms of boxer puncher Floyd Mayweather, but Costa Tszyu, the king of that division. Is he the king of all of the Magnificent 11? That remains to be seen, but this is a very talented crew who could all fight each other.
And in the crowd, Floyd Mayweather Jr. in there twice with Jose Luis Castillo. Beat him twice, but he knows of the heart and will of the Mexican.
He respects Jose Luis Castillo.
Unquestionably.